This is my very first live on YouTube, and we're gonna have tea. I think, well, I should show you this. My friends at Memento sent me this tea advent calendar, and I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna have tea every day, so I might as well have tea with you. So if you don't know who I am Dave Palmer. Chef Dave Palmer is my handle, and I am a chef who I used to own a restaurant, and now I don't. That's a long story, but well, not super long. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And I have been cooking in my kitchen and sharing recipes and inspirations and ideas since 2019, where I really kind of started taking off online. I was online way before that, of course, but the opportunity opened up, then the pandemic hit, and sponsors started going, live or online more so, and using people like me who present products to present their products, and sponsors liked what I was making. They hit me up, emails usually, and I became an influencer just like that. I didn't even really know that I was going to become an influencer, but here we are. But I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I just wanted to hang out and go live, see who's out there and who's doing what. You can see I have pumpkins behind me because I have pumpkins to process. Those came off my front porch, and it's food. I don't want to waste it. So I also have chickens out back, and so they'll be happy to eat the pumpkin guts, and then I'll process the flesh and make it into soup or cake or whatever. So I guess you'll have to wait and see, because I don't even know, to be really honest. So today's tea is a classic. Got a toasty English breakfast. And I don't know if you're seeing reverse. I think you probably are, so sorry about that. Well, I read it, so toasty English breakfast. And what this tea advent calendar is 24 days of tea, and you get a little note on each one. A festive cup awaits. Anyway, thought it was cute, so here we are. So, how's your morning going? Mine is kind of the way it starts every day. My kids are homeschooled, so they are back there, and they may appear behind me at some point here or there. So, just say hi. I have 4 of them, so they keep me busy, and they each got advent calendars this morning too. There's our toys, my oldest daughter got perfume, and it's a fun little tradition that we have. Our elves, the elf on the shelf elves, we have 2 of them. There's Gary and Noel, and they show up with an advent calendar every year, and kids enjoy doing that. I'm one of those that is a traditionalist. I don't like to, I don't break out the Christmas stuff until after Thanksgiving. So December 1st is the day that I think it should come out. I always say respect the bird, right? But, it starts coming out like Halloween these days. I like to preserve the tradition of holidays, being where they fit in the calendar. And you may not do, you might do another holiday, and that's cool. But we can all have tea, right? So I didn't even know this was a thing, but because I have less than 1,000 subscribers as of today, I have a cap of 25 lives, and I have 24 cups of tea to drink. So this is the first one, and I'd love to get it above 25 so that I can go live with you more often. And I realize I don't have that many subscribers, so I probably won't have that many people watching me live at first. But hopefully you'll, want to join me for a cup of tea, because that's exactly what this is about. We can talk about anything. So, light up that chat. Let's talk about whatever. You can ask me questions. Um, I'll give you honest answers. That's just the way it is for me. I mean, I'm showing you behind the scenes. You see my lights that are normally on me on the kitchen when I'm shooting videos. I have cameras that follow me, and it looks like I have a film crew, but I don't. And yeah, so I'll show you how it all works if you want. Well, don't put too much work on me though, because I want to enjoy my tea. Well, just I want to know what you want to know. You know, people people don't always get the chance to just ask somebody, questions openly like that. And I mean, keep it clean. I have a family. I predict that a lot of you do too. So keep it clean. But and I mean, I got like my Mr. Rogers Christmas sweater going on. So keep it Mr. Rogers friendly. I think that is a good policy. Mr. Rogers friendly. We won't, I won't come in and like change clothes in front of you or, sing a song or anything. But I still have never mastered that shoe flip thing that he does. I mean, he did it a lot, so I guess he had a lot of practice, more practice than me. I'll practice up. I'll see if I can do it for the last episode. I'll do the shoe flip for you. How about that? Tea is something that I didn't really do until like 20 years ago. A little more than 20 years ago. I attempted to move to Australia, and I did move there. I gave up my apartment and packed up as much of my stuff as I thought I could take in a couple of bags, and I moved in with a family. I was doing some. I was there on a trip. Some call it a mission trip. It was a little different than that. I went there and I worked with a church, and the family hosted the church at their home. So I moved in with the family, and one of the things that I did as my way to pitch in was I did half of the cooking. I also bought half of the groceries, which was to help the family out. I wasn't paying rent, and the Browns, shout out to the Browns in Australia. Anyway, they always woke up every morning to a cup of tea. I had never really drank hot tea, I mean, I'm sure I had a cup here or there, but never really drank it on the regular. So I kind of started drinking tea there, and coffee is not super available, or was not super available in the home. People didn't have a, regular drip coffee maker or anything like that. So, so I started drinking tea because the only coffee was instant coffee that you might have at your house, and that was, it was fine, but it's not the same. So you had to go out and get a cup of coffee if you wanted a cup of coffee. And then the Browns, the grandmother of the Brown crew, she had an espresso machine, which was, super uncommon. Anyway, so I tried tea, and I actually do like tea. So cheers to you. All right. Well, we got a few people filed in. That's good. So what's up, folks? How y'all doing? I see Ashley is here. Hi, Ashley. Let's see. This is actually my first time doing this, so I need to figure out how to pop out the chat so that I can see what you guys are saying. And that is, I don't know. Somebody say something and then we'll see what see how to do that. I'm sure if I touch something, here we go. Nope, we don't want to do that. If I don't know. Somebody say something so that I can see what pops up. Add a Q&A sticker. Oh, we can add a Q&A sticker. Okay. Well, where are you from, people on live? I'm in Paxton, Florida. If you don't know where Paxton, Florida is, you probably don't, unless you happen to be nearby. Paxton, Florida is in the panhandle of Florida, and it is kind of right at the top. And you may know where the beaches like Destin and Fort Walton are, but Paxton is right at the top, and we are like on the border of Alabama and Florida. So if you have driven from the north down to the beaches of South Walton County, Fort Walton Beach, Destin, that's Okaloosa County, you probably drove through my town. You just didn't realize it. So, yeah, anyway, that's where I am. Where are you from? I find it interesting actually that a lot of people know where the town in Alabama is because I think they stopped there for fireworks is probably why they know where it is. It's called Florala, Alabama. It's Florida and Alabama put together. The locals say Florilla, but but Florala, Florala, is the town in Alabama, the last town in Alabama before you reach Florida, which is Paxton, which is it used to be bigger and it lost its industry, which caused the town to not dry up, but a lot smaller. People had to go elsewhere for work, so a lot of people left. Paxton was also bigger. It was a lumber area. There was a lumber company. There's a Paxton, Illinois, and I think that it is related because the owner of the Paxton Lumber Company was from Chicago, is what I've heard in history, and that's where I live. So it was a logging community. Longleaf yellow pine is prominent here. It's what people grow for harvesting, and some of your houses may be built out of lumber from this area, believe it or not. You don't think of Florida as being a logging area, but it is. And I hear my children rustling around back there. But yeah, so that's Paxton. And we are around the corner from Florida's highest point, which is at Lakewood, Florida, which is like literally, when I say around the corner, I really mean around the corner. Like it's like a mile from my house. So 345 feet. You better pack all of your gear, make sure that you have an oxygen tank. I don't want you to get lightheaded or not be equipped for, that serious hike. That's a joke. It's a joke I make all the time. And I'm sure it's cheesy as all get out, but yeah. Well, I have some pumpkins to process, so I guess I will see you all tomorrow. I'll be back here at the same place around the same time, 9 o'clock Central-ish, and once I get the kids started with school. So, see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Bye.